Morning everybody, welcome back to the channel Live and Trek Go Cycling. Today is Thursday the 28th of September, not the 26th, which has just been pointed out to me, and it's nearly 8 AM. Breakfast is out the way, and today is another glorious weather day here on the island in Majorca, and today I'm doing the climb up to Puig Major, time to get ready. And here we are, all dressed up with somewhere to go. Okay, I'm on the road. It's now 25 to 9 in the morning. Temperature wise, it's currently 20 degrees and it actually feels, I won't say cold, but it feels cool, pleasantly cool. So today's ride, Puig Major. I've never done it before. Apparently there's 3 different ways up this climb. And today, never having done it before, the one that I've chosen is the easiest. On today's ride, there are 7 climbs in total. It's not a long ride by any stretch of the imagination. It's only a shade under 65 mile and about 4,800 foot of climbing. Miles to eat up, so head down now, press along the pedals, and I'll catch up with you shortly. We're 30 minutes into the ride now, past Sepobla, and my attention just drawn to this red devil up ahead in the centre of the roundabout. I pass him frequently while cycling on the island, and he never fails to put a smile on my face for some reason. El Diablo. Oh, not going. Never commentate, people of YouTube land, when coming to a junction, because it reduces concentration, and reduced concentration leads to mishaps. So that's a lesson for us all there, but especially moi. The Garmin Climb Pro feature has just flashed up on the screen, climb ahead. And the entire section displayed on my screen is in red. I don't think there's anything super steep until we get into the Tramontana. No, it might be long-ish here, but it's not steep. 5% at the moment. And just around that corner, I enter another little, I don't know, town, which looks quite pretty. Ah yes, definitely been here before. Tramontana ahoy! Heading now towards Campanet, I think. Oh, Garmin's beeping at me. More hills coming up, more climbs. Well and truly in the countryside now. And sooner or later, we're going to turn right, I'm sure of it. Carving a path directly towards and into the Tramontana. This route takes you towards Sacalobra, but bypasses it and heads towards the Blue Lake. Is it Gorg Blau or something like that? It features in the Majorca 312. Now, I've never ridden past that, I've never seen it in real life, but today I think I'm going to. Do you remember that right turn I mentioned? Well, I think we've just taken it because we're heading directly now towards the base of that. And Garmin tells me that I've got 1,800 foot of climbing ahead of me. Kaimari, this way, 0.3 of a kilometre. I think I can just see the sea in the extreme distance to my left, over yonder, yeah, straight ahead of me. You just see the sea on the horizon over that way. Just leaving Kaimari, warning of deer ahead, and the Col de Sa Batalla. Lluc is 10k away. No signs to tell me though how beautiful the scenery is. I can see that for myself. Hairpins aplenty. See, just here you can see coming up to the right and then going ahead again to the left. The shade climbing up here is very, very welcome. If you had this shade riding up Sacalobra, it would be a considerably easier climb. But I don't know, maybe from halfway up that climb, you just don't have it. You're so exposed, and that heat, once the mercury tips 30 degrees, it's a downward spiral from that moment on. You've got to stay on top of your effort and your hydration, and that heat can and does take it out of you. But here, look at the shade cover. Fantastic. Gradient now 7%, but it's still not difficult. That beautiful view ahead. Anybody behind me? Let's have a look. One cyclist. So I virtually got the road to myself. Could you ask for more? No. And this climb is quite pleasant. It's 5% the gradient, so not taxing really, but lots of switchbacks. And there is stunning scenery to look at. So it really is, as climbs go, a pleasure to ride. Switchback after switchback. Cycling, not the only way to get up this hill. Albeit I suspect that method is considerably harder than this. Just come to the top of that ascent and look at that view ahead of us. We can see the road going off into the distance there, and you might be able to make him out, the guy that I was just following in the pink top. Okay, so there's the road, the mountain tops, and the view down that valley. You don't really need words for a view like that. nature at its finest. Do you know, I might just get a nice lolly. Okay, that was a welcome break at the Repsol garage. A nice Magnum ice cream lolly type thing. And I downed a gel. Quick bathroom break. 30 minutes later, or thereabouts, we're back on the road now, heading up towards Sacalobra. Temperature is now 30 degrees. But we're 21 miles into the ride, and it's now 10 to 11 in the morning. I've done 2,523 foot of climbing so far, and I have another 2,349 to go. I suppose it gives a sense, a great sense of freedom. And maybe that's why we do it. Or at least that's what strikes me as I'm enjoying this gentle, winding descent. The feeling of being free, of being tied down or held back by nothing. It's intoxicating, I suppose, and it must be addictive because it keeps us coming back, doesn't it? It keeps us doing it. Now, on the subject of Sacalobra, which I'm relatively near to, don't get me wrong, it's an iconic climb, and I'm happy that I've done it twice. But I'm happier that I'm not doing it today. I do believe I can see the sea through the trees. There looks to be, over the wall to my right, or there was back there, a sheer drop. You couldn't see what was below. And it almost gives you butterflies just thinking about what's down there. But it certainly pays to keep away from the very right-hand edge of the road as you're going down. Because if your bike went with you, you would probably disappear completely from sight from the roadside, and people just would not know, passers-by, that you were down there. Will you look at that? Will you just look at that? Anyway, the reason I've got the camera out at this viewing area is to show you the view. Okay? So, here we go. My God. The views just leave you speechless. And as I come around these bends, I am genuinely struggling to find words to describe the majesty of what it is that I'm seeing. So important to descend sensibly. Safety is paramount. Capturing my footage is important. But it's not as important as having the opportunity of getting home and uploading it. So right lies pain and suffering. Straight on, I hope, lies less pain and suffering. We emerge from the darkness into the light, and there's lots of people standing here, and I'm guessing there's a reason for that. Yes, okay. Do you think he'd be offended if I grabbed onto his rear wing for a tow? I would be, if it was mine. I might be passing on your left, but I'm passing incredibly slowly on your left. Yeah. Up ahead of me at my 1 or 2 o'clock on top of the mountain range, looks like there's an observatory of some type. I can only assume that that's what it is, considering its position and shape. And I've seen it from afar down on the plains inland, but I've not been as close to this. I've not been as close as this to it. I don't think much further to go now on this climb, but I've stopped just shy of what I think is the summit, because again the view here is worth a stop and a look. And I'm going to turn the camera around now and show you. That's the small hill I've just come up, and you can see the road going down over there. But look at that view. And again, Gog Blau in the distance, with a towering hillside mountain above it. And if we pan further around to the right, that's where I'm going to. Oh yes! That's more like it! Speed with minimal effort. 31 miles an hour. Long may it continue. So having done most of the hard work, It's now time to enjoy some of the spoils, some of the benefits, the upside of the hills, which are the descents. Look, I'm actually gaining. I'm gaining on the car in front of me. Madness. Fantastic, but madness. Fantastic scenery. Such a joy to be able to descend in the manner that I am. Yes, I'm touching 35 miles an hour, but I'm being careful and cautious as I come to the corners, making sure I brake in plenty of time to reduce speed. .39 miles an hour, 39.7, slowing down, off the brakes, around we go. I've come back through the tunnel from Gordblau, and I'm now on the road heading down towards the Sacalobra turn-off. I might stop at this roadside cafe at the bottom and have a look if there's anything that I can get to eat here as well as a drink before continuing on my journey. Let's have a look and see. I was just thinking to myself as we're going up this little ascent, how nice it is not to have the fatigue in my legs after having done Sacalobra. I think I've ridden this way, let's say 3, maybe 4 times previously, and on 2 of those occasions I'd done Sacalobra. So it's nice to be able to come up these little ascents on the road from Sacalobra back down towards Pienza with a feeling like I've still got a bit of life left in them. I've still got more to give, and they haven't got the fatigue accumulated from climbing up from the port of Sacalobra in them. And that's nice, I've noticed that. Just thinking back to what I was saying the other day about my pre-Brexit retirement plans, and our dream of buying a little place on this island. And then I thought, if I lived here, I'd be quite spoiled, wouldn't I? And if I lived here, or spent a large part of the year here, having retired, where would I go on holiday? Where would I go on holiday which was not only equal to this, but could better it. Let me know in the comment section below. Now, decision time. Do I turn left and go up to the monastery for something to eat? No effort whatsoever. No pedaling. 29 mile an hour. I don't think it's far. And you know what? I'm gonna go. If I remember correctly, the cafe that I went to was just down here on the left. There was also a cafe there in the entrance that you could go to. I'm sure the cafe that I went to was this place here. Let's give it a go. You have to forgive that humming in the background. It's some kind of generator running, maybe an aircon unit, I don't know. But this is the monastery at Lluc. And first of all, I'm going to show you the grounds. I came in just up ahead there, that you can see in front of you. On the right hand side we have a number of buildings running down this side, and then the cafe that I went to, I had a cola or a coke and a piece of cake, is just there on the end. Now if I pan around this way and angle up, that's the biggest building on site there. I'm not sure if there are gardens here as well somewhere. But you can have a walk around whilst you're here. A bit of tranquility. The buildings that I'm filming now give me the impression of being very, very old accommodation units. If this, is a monastery, I'm sure it is. Maybe that's where the monks lived, or indeed live. I've got a little bit closer and taken a peek inside, and they do. There are individual doorways here, and this looks to be a balcony with a wooden sort of, handrail here, and you can see the individual doors as you go down. Nice and cool, all under cover. So I think those were individual lodgings where the monks used to, or indeed live. Maybe they're still used as lodgings. There are plants outside some of them, and I can see electric lights and cabling, so possibly still used as dwellings. Yes, now fortified by a glass of Coke and some almond cheesecake, which was more almond than cheese. We're now riding away from the monastery at Lluc on the exit road, where I'm going to rejoin the road back down to Piensa, 20 kilometers away. Left, left, left here, all clear. And I think the road for many kilometers now going in this direction is going to be downhill. But this road really is a joy to descend. It's fast, it's safe to descend quickly as long as you're careful. Respect the corners. Those chevrons up ahead are there for a reason. They're telling me to gently feather those brakes, reduce my speed, take a nice and easy round. Off the brakes, past those cars safely, a little bit of power down, 30 miles an hour. You can't see my face right now, but let me tell you, I'm sporting a big grin. If you're watching this channel, if you're enjoying this video, give me a like. Doesn't cost you anything. But this is what makes us happy. And it's almost like I've got the road to myself. Currently I have no cars ahead of me, no cars behind me, no other cyclists, nobody bothering me, just me, the bike, the two wheels and the tarmac. This road is fantastic. No pedaling, 35 miles an hour. Okay, first downhill section after that last little bit of ascent. Let's enjoy it. Look at the faces of the cyclists as I pass them, the ones coming uphill. Look at the pain and the suffering. Been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. What a road! What a road! Let's see if we can touch 40 miles an hour. Top gear, 34 currently, 36. Pressing hard on the pedals. 37, 38, 39, 2. We topped out to 39. Still, I'll take it. I don't think I've been faster than 40 miles an hour on this bike. There aren't that many roads at home or wherever I cycle locally to home where you can safely attain and maintain such a speed. And as long as you've got confidence in your bike mechanically and confidence in yourself, which I have to do that speed, it's nice to do. It's a thrill. Just covering those brakes in case I need them. I've got considerably more faith in disc brakes than rim brakes, especially for descents like this. Stopping power is much better. Two in the afternoon, 12.3 mile left to go before we're back at the hotel. Now, on the subject of mishaps, we have had one on this ride which I've not mentioned yet, and I wasn't going to, but I'm going to now. Whilst up at Gorgblau, and it was my fault entirely, like a dumbass, I leant my bike against the wall to try and include it in a video shot of the lake and the scenic backdrop, and I didn't position it well enough and it slipped. Without me being honest, it was propped up against the wall and it's fallen backwards, and I could hear it scrape as it fell and my heart sank. And the chainstay on the drive side has been badly scratched. But today's marks are so bad, I've got no option but, when I get back home, I've already taken photographs, I've got no option but to take the bike to a mechanic, have it completely stripped, and just send the frame off. I've got a particular company in mind. So, here we are back on the busiest road in the area. The road between Porpienza and Old Town Alcudia. If you've enjoyed the video today, please give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And if you do give me a thumbs up, thank you very much. Feel free to comment in the comment section below if you've got any observations on today's ride, or questions, or answers to questions that I've posed. I'd appreciate that as well. And if this is the type of thing that you like watching, click on that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps out me and the channel quite a bit. Thanks very much for watching. Not long in the ride left to go now, 5.3 miles, but I'll probably sign off here, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks again.